Do you have a like?
What did I do? What did I do? Well, I want to know what I did.
Mount Ridermore. Everyone's got their glasses on.
Love it.
Oh, man. Are we rolling? All right, let's get into it. Cross Country Mortgage, the #1 mortgage company out there. They're riders. Go to crosscountrymortgage.com/barstool. They have an average close time of 21 days, which is crazy fast. They've got a wide variety of loan types, which means they've got everything to cover everyone with huge variety of products. They cover everything from renovations to refis and everything in between. Go to Cross Country Mortgage. They can help you get into a home. It's like the opposite of gambling when you get them on your team. Cross Country Mortgage, they're dedicated to getting it done. Go to crosscountrymortgage.com/barstool so Cross Country Mortgage can take care of you through the home buying process. Cross Country Mortgage, LLC, NMLS 3029, all loans subject to underwriting approval. www.nmlsconsumeraccess.org. Go to crosscountrymortgage.com right now, crosscountrymortgage.com/barstool right now, and talk to the people at Cross Country Mortgage. They'll take care of you. All right, week 11. We got a lot to talk about. Everyone looks great in their glasses.
Yep.
Not a sponsor right now of this show, but we ride together.
Have been in the past.
Been in the past. We ride together. There's a little bit of Rico doing the Andy Bernard. He's full-time now, day 3, so he's trying to copy Dave's style.
No, I love it. I went by, I walked by, I said, you're doing the Dave. I like it.
The guy says, I'm blogging. The guy says you get headaches from, I'm going to try him out.
Yeah, no, I love it.
We're like the Matrix right now when they have like, what is it, Agent Smith or something, whatever it is. They all look the
his
same.
name is Agent Smith.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference. If we went in a lineup right now, you wouldn't tell the difference between the four of us riders. All right, so what I wanted to say before we get into everything else, we're bad right now.
Bad.
I'm bad.
Big bad.
Everyone's under 50%. I said this in passing to Rico on Sunday, I believe. Now, obviously, I'm in last. I'm very far behind. So you can disagree with this because the chances of me winning are smaller. But I do think that if the winner of the Pat Hill Trophy finishes under 50%, they should not accept because that's embarrassing.
No trophy.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
100%.
Vacate the trophy under 50%.
Yeah.
It's like
what
winning.
do you put on the trophy?
I think it just says
It
the
says simple
board
as
beat
that.
us.
It's right behind
the
him.
field.
It's right behind you, Dan.
Yeah.
It just says Big Cat 54%, 2020.
I think it just says the board beat us.
What if it's exactly 50?
I think 50 it hangs. Even though that's still not winning money technically, but I think going an entire season 50% is still, it's at least something. Maybe actually Hank's right. I think it's got to be 50.1. I think 50 on the dot is a coin flip. 50.1 now you get it.
Or how about if it's 50 on the dot, we literally flip a coin.
Okay, whether you get it or not. Yeah, that will be your last pick of the season.
Yeah,
right.
correct.
Heads
All
or
right.
tails.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, and then you become 50.1. I love that. All right, so the other news is Rico has been relegated.
Yeah, he's relegated.
Officially relegated.
Relegate Rico.
Lost 3 in a row.
Those 3 things were trending. Cancel Business Insider. Cancel Morning Brew. Relegate Rico.
So
those are 3 big hashtags of the weekend.
I'll do something that Rico won't. I will apologize to the Pick'em listeners and everyone who rides the bet with us. That's 3 straight weeks that Dave and I have hit our mortal locks and Rico has not. I apologize. I bet my money, my own hard-earned money, on these picks.
You haven't even been close.
No.
I would say SMU was close.
No.
Couple
They
of possessions
lost
in the
as
red zone.
As a 4.5 point favorite, they lost outright.
They need,
Were they ever winning?
No. They were never covering. I actually think
I got
were they
by.
ever covering?
They were up. I feel like they were up.
Dave's
I thought they were
pushed,
up
by the way.
10-7.
No.
No,
definitely
no,
up 10-7.
no.
Henry, don't
I'm
perjure
looking at the
yourself.
stats. I'm
Yeah,
looking at
well,
the
what
stat
about
sheet.
the
10-7
actual
and they had the
betting
ball.
on the app, Henry, in the Barstool
Sportsbook.
the Pick'em Parlay and the Sportsbook that people bet hard-earned money plus 7.5, Henry.
All right.
Henry,
Get
fucking
Rico's
stats.
dick out of your mouth,
says
Henry.
feel
It's
free to
interesting
walk
how
across the
I
street
always
to
shop the
Daily
prices.
Beast or
Hank
Business
starting
Insider,
early.
that type
And I would
of-
say, bet it
that
on
type of
Tuesday so I get a
yellow
better number.
journalism.
No, Rico.
I know.
they
We
give-
don't want the push.
Yeah.
Dylan.
My bet
For years, I
Hey,
always said,
get
get
let
the
me
best
ask you
number.
this.
This and that.
Let me ask you this: if your pick covered, would people have cashed that ticket?
Yes.
Okay, done.
there it is.
End.
I'm sorry.
There it is.
I disavow.
They gave
Maybe you
me
get a little
half
blind.
discount.
I mean, you got maybe take your glasses off. You're blinded by your Rico.
It says
love.
P on the fucking stat sheet.
What? Real money
All right.
plus
That's
7.5.
My bad, I guess. I got.
Yeah, your guess. You know what? I guess. You know who's prancing around social media last night at the bench mob? Hey, we cashed this, that. I didn't cash dick. I can put my ticket. This guy Rico Bosco.
He roboted.
This guy Rico Bosco.
He roboted.
They put a pick out. He tweets it out and says, "Ride with bench mob. Take this pick we put together. It's 3 college basketball teams, all to win by 20 plus. I bet it." To ride because I'm a rider. I'm sitting next to him at the gambling house. Houston is playing somebody. Houston Elon maybe. Houston's down like
Hofstra.
Yeah, they had to cover 20. That's all they had to do.
Did they win? I don't even know.
They won in overtime.
Won in overtime. So they're down like 10. I got to win by 20. I'm like, Rico, who picked this game? He looks around. He's like, oh, the trading desk gave it to us. Who the fuck? The computers at Penn? They mathematically will give us picks to try to lose. They have him in his back pocket. He's talking about this. I tried to support him. He gave me the robot picks. I lost $5,000 on robot picks. And then he's bragging how they're off to this great start.
Robot.
Our parlay cash. What
No,
they
that
did
was your-
was put the two of them
You
next to
dapped
each
him
other.
up. You forgot
in
about
the
the dap
fucking
up.
You dapped me up when I said I did it. You dapped
Did you
him.
dap? Did you dap?
Yeah, you bet in
You
the
dapped.
promos. We want
You
people
dapped.
betting the promos.
No, but did you dap?
You stole from me.
That's how you get a fatter bowl.
You stole from me.
Did you dap?
Give him a quick fist pump.
You stole
How
from
quick?
me.
Real quick.
Sure. All right. Reenact. That's it.
By the
Did you
way,
blow it up?
By the way,
No.
by the way, did you delete
12?
the tweet?
What tweet?
The tweet that when you promoted it?
No. Oh, yes. Hold on. They fucking changed the thing. It was available
right,
for a little while, and
right.
Jack said, hey, that's no longer available.
The 20?
I need you to delete the first one. No, it's involving the over in Kansas.
You suspect.
It was involving...
So you gave out the robot pick, and then when I walked right into it like a
I think
mouse
the 20
to cheese.
was always available. It involved the first game with Kansas and the over. And then they took that away. So we went 2 out of
imagine
3.
if the people at home, I think my college basketball experts, even though he gave Gonzaga last year, I think that
They won it all.
most anticipated Final Four game, whatever.
Adam Morrison said it was.
Where'd he go to school?
The guy who went to Gonzaga?
Yeah.
No
All
way.
right. He said
We didn't have a championship.
All right.
We know we're
Scott
not
Drew
doing
also
this.
said that.
We're not doing this.
All right, no, we're doing it.
Robert Griffin III said it was very
I
anticipated.
saw your if you give picks,
John
hey,
Stockton.
college basketball, bench
Dan
mob.
Dickau.
You said ride with bench mob. I have to assume you guys had that pick and came up with it. The robots gave it to you. It's a computer generated system to spit out losers,
It's a robot
and you gave it to me. And dap me up about it.
The DAP is.
I go, Rico, who gave
Our
you?
shareable slips went 2-1.
Still doing it.
I go.
The blog was good.
How's
I
the
go.
blog doing? I noticed, by the way, you start pinning the blog tweet instead of your card.
Yeah, for page views for the company. No, I do the picks.
Who picked Houston? The trading
the
desk.
robots.
That is not the answer you want when you bet the trading desk.
Did you notice that, Dave? He starts. He's pinning. Because I'm a rider. Love riding. Go every Saturday morning. I go to Rico's Twitter to see his card. The blog was pinned because we're down like 40 units this year.
You don't want to hear that. Hey, where'd you get that pick? Oh, I saw a used car salesman on the side of the road with snakeskin shoes. Like that, the trading, the robots.
It wasn't even a used car salesman. He went to one of those like red boxes where you rent the
movies.
No,
And he's like plunged in some clothes. It's like, here, take you.
I don't even
minus 20.
That's giving him far too much credit. He got it from the people designed to win. Like they want us to lose, them to win. We're putting that out. Unbelievable.
You want people bet? All right, whatever.
No,
We got
our
more-
picks.
All right. Yeah, we got
Not
some of those
the
down
robots.
the line.
We
It was-
wanna win.
We had the meeting yesterday. They rolled it out. I woke up in the morning.
Anybody listening to this, let me say this very clearly. We want our people to bet and win. If you're taking the robots picks, the pit bosses picks, the insider picks, those are designed to lose.
All right.
Like if you walk into a casino and you're like, what game to play? They're going to point you to the one with the best odds for the house.
We want to blow up the robots. You know who's actually the #1 robot killer in the world?
Kelly in Vegas. Brad. Oh, yeah, him too.
The robots try to take him down.
Right.
Do you have Kelly in Vegas's pick?
I'm with her right now.
Okay.
We may have to add it later.
Okay. So Rico's been relegated. The rules are
I
simple.
lost 3 in a row.
Kelly in Vegas will make a Mortal Lock pick. She will be added to the Mortal Lock parlay with Dave and myself. Rico will also make a Mortal Lock pick that will be separate. If Rico wins and Kelly loses, he's back up. If Rico loses and Kelly loses, he stays down.
I would like to know.
If you both win, you stay down.
I would like to note that in weeks 5, 6, and 7, Dan did lose his Mortal Lock. I just want that on the record.
What?
Noted.
I'm looking at the sheet. 5, 6, 7.
Well, the sheet can be.
Right?
Sheet has got errors.
I need you to find that. 5, 6, and 7. For the record.
Wow. Accusations flying.
All right. Well, we didn't
That's
have
not
the relegation.
fact.
I didn't even make the relegation.
No,
vote.
relegation
Fair
is
enough.
definitely a rule.
But when did we make it?
We just made it.
Okay, so you
No, the relegation
you drag me in that fucking hole.
time out.
with
The
you,
relegation
bucko.
rule has been from week 1.
No.
It has.
created it.
Oh, no, relegation's been forever, I believe.
No, because no.
I think.
But-
right. No, I think Dave's right.
I thought it was. I thought it's been around for a while, but
No.
I think that's selective
if you don't
punishment.
call it, I mean, I didn't realize if that's true.
I'm pretty
someone
sure
has
we
to
did
call
the
it.
relegation rule like
Because of
a
that?
few weeks ago.
All right.
I thought the relegation has been
Someone find us when the relegation rule came into effect.
but you got to
Fucking
call
Rico,
it.
eh? You're such a scumbag. I love it. You're just there's nothing. I get in your hole. I come in your hole every single day, and then the one time I'm actually walking and winning my Mortal Locks, you just grab me by the fucking ankles and drag me down.
Should be said.
You are. You. That's what you do. It's Rico Bosco.
I just want it. You're not going to get relegated, but I want it on record. You lost 3 in a
When did the
row.
relegation rule get?
I think it was in
I
place
don't
then.
think it was week 1.
I think
Hank knows it wasn't week 1, and he's just
yeah, but
fucking
that's
doing
week
that.
5.
Yeah, I
I think it
Go
was in
guy.
place.
What?
Go Prez, go guy. Whatever Dave says.
No, I honestly,
There's
I'm
no
telling
way
you the truth.
because it was when we started saying relegate Rico,
Prez,
and we didn't
go.
do that in the
Go
beginning.
Prez.
Right. So it might have been week 8, which is coincidentally
No chance it's
after
at week
Dan
8.
lost 3 in a row, and then I started.
We started
to lose.
on your first. No chance.
All right.
I think it's been around for a while, but
right.
I mean, I didn't realize that, and you got to call it.
I would have been relegated if the rule existed. There's no way that rule
think
has
the rule
existed.
was there.
No, I'm looking right now. I'm going
You
to
make
look
the
for when
final call.
relegate
Look
Rico.
at what the
No, we started tweeting relegate. Hank, fuck you.
You're the
the
skip.
worst. You're the worst.
You're the
'Cause
skip.
You know
skip.
that I'm
Make an
making
action.
sense, but you just walk in here.
Well, it has to
and you
make a
change your
ruling
whole
here.
opinion.
It has
go
to.
Prez,
You
go
can't
guy. What do you want me to say?
retrograde.
No, you're not.
relegate.
You got Paulie and Ralphie. Make a ruling.
You can't retrograde. Go back in time.
I'd be fine to do it, but I
No, you
guarantee you, there's no way. I'm looking right now. Okay, I'm looking right now.
We talked about it on the show.
first time we had relegate Rico tweets happening was October 22nd. That's the first time I'm seeing them. That's when it started.
That would have been 8.
No, October 9th. When is that?
I don't think it adds up. We wouldn't do that right after you've lost 3 in a row. I think it's been around for a while.
No. I'm telling you it hasn't.
We talked about it on the show, correct?
We did not talk about week 1.
No, but
'Cause
we,
I would've relegated
but we talked
myself.
about the rule
Yes.
on this show.
Yes.
So it's out
We gotta
there.
figure out
Someone's
when
gonna
it was.
find it. Someone's going to find it.
Right.
How
And
about-
I
by the way-
could almost guarantee you we probably talked about it like week 6 or 7 during my losing streak, which then I corrected week 8 by winning.
By the way, this guy who claims to be best friends with you, sitting on that, waiting to drop
Oh
it
no,
on
he's
your
such
head.
a scumbag. Like
I just noticed the facts.
He's Miko Bosco. I have his back all the time.
Yeah.
People always come up to me. They're like, "Rico's really bad as you say. Everyone thinks he is. Is he a jerk off?
No,
He's a bad guy." I'm like, "No, he's a great guy." And then the minute he can throw someone else under the bus,
Oh, let
he
me
does
tell
it.
you,
That's
this will
not-
have
How do you explain your
ramifications.
Ashton Kutcher thing last night?
This will have
What are you talking about?
ramifications. This will have ramifications down the road.
Yep. By the way,
Well played, sir.
Yeah, no.
I have no problem with it. You're
I will
right.
not have
3 in a
his
row.
back.
It should have been relegated, I believe, but we missed it. Maybe that's exposes an anti-Rico Bosco bias.
I feel like we I don't
all
know
right.
when we started it, but
I'm in the
Dave
penalty
tweeted
box. it's
relegate
fine.
Rico in September.
But when was the
September
rule
18th.
made?
Yeah.
When was the rule made?
Why would we make a rule in the middle of the season?
I'm almost positive
I
it's
was
been
losing.
around for a while.
No, it was made during when I was losing.
I don't think so.
Well, we have to stop and figure out when this was made.
That's
We
gonna take
have to
forever.
figure- who's gonna find
I'm in
it?
the box. That's all I'm saying.
Who's going to find the relegate Rico rule?
I don't know. You want me to put my guys on it?
Yeah, maybe you should have done that before you threw me in the so you threw me in the hole and you didn't even have anyone who could get me out of it?
it's you're not really in the hole because it's past.
No,
you're not being.
I'll retroactively, if the rule existed
Let me pull
and
up
I
the
didn't
Pick'em
get relegated, I will
Constitution real quick.
retroactively relegate myself.
We don't want two guys in the penalty box.
You fucking do. You did this.
I mean, you can't say you don't.
Yeah,
You brought it up.
I will absolutely do
Did
the
I at
honorable
any
thing.
point
and I'm
say
looking-
that Dan should be in the penalty box?
Yes.
I just said
Yes,
he
you
lost
just
3 in a
did.
row.
If
That's a fact. I did
you
not.
know,
No.
you know,
You're putting two and two
worst.
together.
You're the
You
worst.
know
I
what?
absolutely not.
You know
gonna say
what?
that.
I know another publication that said, "Did I ever actually say this?"
You're the worst.
I just let them right to the water, and it's like if they want to drink, they can drink. That's
You're
what
the
you
worst.
just did.
You're the worst.
That's what you just did.
If the rule had existed, I would
rule
do
existed.
the honorable thing, and I will absolutely relegate myself because Rico is the worst.
You don't have to
and
do
he
that.
Can't fucking.
You're
just-
both hot.
No,
You, him,
Rico
and Kelly.
No,
Roll it.
I'm. You know what? No mortal lock this week. I'm hot.
would you
I've
do
won
that?
3 in a row, 4 in a row. No, I'm not doing one. I'm canceling my game of the year too because Rico's a fucking baby.
Here's
All I did was say, "Hey, I'm looking
My
at
game
the
of the
thing."
year is canceled. All right.
here's one thing I'll say. Here's one thing I'll
Who's
say.
the pout pitcher now?
What?
Yeah. How do you like it? I'll pout right in your face.
We're gonna pout off.
I'll pout in your face. How do you like it? That's all you do. You walk around.
I have not. I came in today and didn't say a word. I
Fine.
blogged.
Well,
Game of the year back
Lock
on,
it in.
bitch.
Let's go.
Can I just say
Ready to
something
go.
too about the bias angle? And you should bring it up at 3 in a row. I do believe that rule was in effect, and it should have been relegation. There is a much different. I just looked at all of it. Week 1, there was 2 wins and 1 loss. Dan. And then there was 2 losses and 1 win the other 2 weeks. So it's not as glaring when there's a mismatch. I believe the last 3 weeks, it's you've lost all 3 and Dan and I have won all 3, right?
Oh, we got sources.
What you got?
Week 3, 5304 on video. Let's pull it up.
Great. I'm relegated. That's fine. I'm relegated.
But you can't go relegation when you
No,
won
I'm
3 in a
relegated.
row.
That's
Rico
not what
wanted
we
this.
asked for.
There was no. Listen. At no point did I try to deceive anyone to not get relegated. I'm relegated. I'm relegated.
The apps. What I just said. Is, by the way, my memory steel trap, Hank. You've been Milton. When I remember it, I'm generally dead on with the
I believe you.
details.
Go, Prez, go.
But here, thank you, Hank. Here is
Fucking suck up. Why don't you ever suck up to me?
What? I'm the Mad Catter too.
Here's what
the number 1 round.
Here's why this was not a bias thing. I didn't realize it. It's exactly what I said. The first week that Dan lost in this streak, we were 2-1. We mentioned it. The next 2 weeks, the pick'em parlay was 1-2, 1-2. So there isn't that direct one guy's screwing up the thing like Rico has done the last 3 weeks. It wasn't that's the truth. I had no idea he lost 3 in a row till Rico went back and got in the lab and and you know what? Good for you, Rico. I would bring that up if I had that information. Be like, it's unfair, but you got to stand by it. Your best friend, you sliced his kneecaps. Mm-hmm. Just own it.
But that's exactly what he does.
Don't be like
What he
I
loves
didn't want
to
him
do.
to be relegated. You brought it up.
You can't have 2 guys.
Can't have your
No,
cake
I'm
and eat it too.
relegated.
So what does that mean? I picked a third.
I don't know, Dave. This is.
I'm not asking for retroactive. I'm just saying.
You can't do that. You can't
all
do
right,
that.
Julie
Said
Black.
somebody
You
lost
cannot
3 in a row.
do
Julie
that.
Black.
on record.
You're
That
Julie
someone
Black.
else
do
lost
that.
3 in a
You're
row.
Julie Black.
You cannot
That's
do
all I
that.
want.
You're Julie Black.
You can't
I
bring
wouldn't
this
say
up
that.
and
Well,
be
you
like,
lead
I
him
didn't
to-
mean to say anything.
I didn't say anything.
You
Just
can't do that.
Here's some info. Do what you
I'm
will.
relegated. There's no more to lock for
Okay.
me.
Wow.
It's your game of the year. Don't be pout fish.
No. I'm not pouting, Rico. Listen. It's pretty fucking straightforward what happened. I don't know how we missed that I lost 3 in a row. That's a mistake. I think what Dave is saying makes a lot of sense. The fact that it wasn't glaring, that it wasn't 2 wins and 1 person losing literally 3 weeks in a row, which has happened here.
Yeah, well, we were rooting for you. As
Hold
soon
on,
as
let
I
me
start
finish.
slipping
Let
down
me
the hole,
finish.
relegate
Let
him,
me
cut his
finish.
dick
Let me
off. He
finish.
sucks. He's an
All
asshole.
right, I won't finish.
I'm just saying. I lose
I
1.
think-
You're already starting you're getting the battle in action.
I
We
think
were
we
rooting
should
for
have
you while you lost 3 in a
A
row.
1 week relegation off.
He's our guy. He'll turn it around. Dan will turn it around. So there was no relegation talk. You guys
rather
started
than-
when I
can I
started
finish?
losing. Yeah, go ahead.
You can't do what you did, where you bring it up, and then when I do the honorable thing, which I'm being an honorable person, I do not know how that was missed. I will absolutely relegate myself. I am officially relegated.
Here's what I'm
You
gonna say.
can't be, oh, I didn't want that. You did. I'm relegated. Even though I've won 3 in a row, I'm robbing the people of someone who's actually seeing his mortal locks very clearly. The people have been robbed. There will be no boost on my
they're going to
mortal
turn
lock.
against me.
No, well, that's you. You turned against me.
No,
I didn't ask for
You
relegation.
turned against me.
They're going to turn against me.
I am the person not involved in this. I am 8-2, I believe, on my mortal locks this year. 8-1, but it's a win. So I'm 9-2 in money. Here's my ruling, and this is law based on it. Dan will be relegated this week, 1 week.
Yep.
It's a penalty.
Even though I've won 3 in a row.
But he's already won 3, so he'd be back. So it's a 1-game penalty because we should have relegated then. Your normal relegation rules exist, and I will do the pick and parlay myself, and I'll find someone else here.
Katie in. Katie, you will be a mortal lock.
Well, I would say I'm on a heater for missing one winning one, and I won last.
I don't find some random person.
No, I'll pick. We have obviously. I already have the pick from Kelly in Vegas.
You know anyone else who might have a pick?
Big Ev, Mush. I'll
There's
figure it out.
a bunch of people who gamble,
I'll figure it out.
both inside and outside these walls.
Oh.
Actually, I'm doing the honorable thing of relegating myself. Can I pick who gets to step in for me?
Sure.
Okay. Do.
No one saw that coming.
Yeah, it's power
All right.
sweep.
Kelly in Vegas, me.
You started this
Nadudu.
whole thing.
You started it.
You started it.
What are you looking at me for? I haven't done. Do you?
You have a
What did I do?
gonna get into
What
the deep
did I do? Well, I want to know what I did. I want to know.
Business Insider is diving into your life. I think there's a major story on the table. You have an Nadudu fetish. You're obsessed with this guy, hanging him, dangling him. You got everybody.
Hold on.
That's your fetish.
Wait. Time out. What just happened?
Dave, you have an Nadudu fetish.
You do.
Are you?
Dave, you're obsessed with him.
You do. I think we need an intervention.
Dave, you're obsessed with him. You just forced
Hank.
me to make him Nadudu my mortal
What?
lock picker.
Hank.
I don't know. I don't know about that one.
He stares at me. I didn't do anything.
He would not have picked Nadudu, I don't think.
What?
Big Cat
What are we doing?
might have a fetish.
Hold on.
It's at your orders.
What, this just happened in real time.
I'm here every day now. I
This
see the
just
whispering.
happened in real
I
time.
see the whispering.
This
I see
just
the
happened in real time.
closed door meetings.
What
the
are you
double text.
talking
You said
about?
you took me off the text. That's
Time
three
out.
pieces of
Time out.
evidence.
Nobody
That's
knew he lost 3
pieces
in a
of
row
evidence.
till you brought it up. How is this pre-planned?
It's 3 pieces of
You
evidence.
literally started this entire conversation. You created this, and then the minute it gets created,
And he says,
you turn
wait,
around and
I
you say,
get-
this is not fair.
And then he says, "Can I pick my person inside?" I'm just, what happened? What just happened? And then you stare at me.
You're running the show.
That's true.
It's like Christopher. If you don't act, I got to question your leadership. And this is your leader. You want him around.
The buck
You're
stops
keeping him
somewhere.
afloat.
You know what? I'll do another honorable thing because I am the most honorable person here, not like my scumbag friend Rico Bosco, who's Miko Bosco, who'll just throw anyone under the bus any chance he gets. I will make my mortal lock will be Liam. Bubba will pick my mortal lock.
Wait a minute.
So there it is.
No,
No, Dave, I don't want. No,
Yeah,
because
because he accused me.
He wants it.
Then
No,
you
bring
let
him
him
in.
win. He's a
Dave,
terrorist.
Dave,
He
I'm
just
not
acts like a
Dave.
terrorist.
Dave,
No,
many
at his
times-
core, he was
No,
upset.
you're a terrorist.
But at his
No,
core,
you're a
at his
terrorist.
core, he's
You're
a
a
good guy.
terrorist.
No,
You're a
you're
terrorist. We're being held hostage by terrorists.
You're a
When push
terrorist.
comes
We're
to
being
shove,
held hostage
you
by
canceled
terrorists.
it and you went to Liam.
We're being held hostage.
Look at him.
Let me
He
tell
still
you this.
wants it.
I
He
guarantee
still
you.
wants
No,
it. You
I
canceled
guarantee
it,
you
and he
this.
still
You're a
wants it.
terrorist.
No,
Absolutely
I'm not
not.
going to be. I don't deal
Absolutely
with
not.
terrorists.
Terrorists. That guy's on a no-fly list.
No,
You're a
you're on a
terrorist.
no-fly list.
You're a terrorist.
I've flown before. I've
You're a
flown
terrorist.
with you.
I'm going to tell you this. Fine. He wants to do that. Fine. There will be a Nadudu special on the app this week, and I'm hammering.
Oh, yeah?
You did that.
Yeah?
You did that
Yeah.
to yourself
Yeah.
because you pout fish.
Is it gonna be like all the other ones where
I don't know what it's gonna be.
explicitly in your contract you can't promote other books, but while he was here,
I don't care. He's doing.
He
he's
put
doing
up illegal shit, and you still let it act.
Rico. This is an anti.
Still let him pay.
Absolutely.
Does that look like
held hostage?
Does that look like the Barstool Sportsbook app?
That doesn't look like it at all.
You know what?
That
we'll
look
do?
like the Barstool Sportsbook
You know
app?
what we'll do?
No.
I got it.
Not
I got
even
the
in the
perfect idea.
slightest.
All right, here we go. And he'll say that this is all pre-planned because Rico's just
That was one of the wildest exchanges
This is all
we've
natural.
ever had.
Everything on this
Every
has been
time
natural.
you think the Pick podcast can't get weirder, like stranger, your brain goes
At his core, he decided, you know what? push comes to shove, I can't kill my friend. It's going to be
Yeah,
late.
Yeah,
but-
something you'd never do to me. You would fucking put a bullet in the back of my head any second yet. If Dave walked over to Rico and he said, "Hey, we got a big cat problem. We need to take care of it," you would walk over, shoot me in the face, and be like, "All right, where's my money?"
You don't understand. He picked
That's
it.
a fact.
You looked at me and is like blaming me.
Here's what we're gonna do. And
You
I
just kept your
I
mouth
just wanna
shut, it
say-
wouldn't be a thing.
Again, I'm just being honorable left and right. We're gonna have a Mortal Lock parlay. It's gonna be Dave, it's gonna be Bubba, and it's gonna be Kelly in Vegas. Then we're gonna have a relegation Mortal Lock parlay. It's gonna be me, it's gonna be Rico, and do.
Absolutely not.
There
it's
it
my
is.
violation of my contract.
There it is.
And
there
you know
will be
that.
2 parlays.
No, you can't do that.
You can pick from for the people.
Did you just grab the phone?
I'm calling Westy right now.
Oh, all right.
Put it on speaker.
I can't believe you did all this. Like you just.
There's no way
and
you're putting my name next
I
to his. Is that
Is that
apologize.
my fault too?
I
What?
apologize.
What he just suggested, is that my fault?
I apologize to the people.
You're not. I'm telling you right now. You're not doing that.
I
parlay.
apologize to
Would
the
you
people.
rather do
You
in
can't-
the pick
you
'em
can't do
parlay
anything
or the
about it. Are you
relegation
going to give a
parlay?
Mortal Lock?
I have Dave's word. Never
Right.
appear in the same space.
So then switch it. Put Liam with you and give me back Nadudo.
So he's back in the.
Yeah, the original with me and Kelly.
Somebody off the street. All right, next week we'll bring in a fucking vagabond outside and we'll just let them. You're doing the same thing. This is a top tier company. And you're bringing people in off the street
What?
to be featured in bets.
Well, you got
don't see that?
relegated. And then
I also
and
got
by the way,
relegated.
you got relegated and we had the parlay set. Me, Dan,
Yeah.
and Kelly.
And then you relegated, me. You,
Big
how do
Cat.
you not understand that? Like, I literally was walking, minding my own business, and like, the clown, you just jumped out from the drain and dragged me in, and then you're like, "How did we find ourselves in this place,
Correct.
guys?"
And
I'm an honorable guy. That's why I relegated
fast
myself.
forward.
Well, there is
Go-
the old saying,
go
jump in the hole, I know the way out.
No,
So-
you pulled me in the hole.
Yeah,
one
to
step
get you out.
further.
I know the way out.
Go one step further. When I'm like, I'll just pick somebody else. I was thinking maybe Ev or Marty, and then you say, let me pick it, and you want to do fine. I have nothing to do with it. You relent, but he tries to hold me hostage.
He pout-pouts.
Like you've created a situation yourself. Nobody to blame. So pick which one do you want to do in the relegation one or the pick 'em
Barstool
parlay with me and
Pick'em
Kelly?
Mortal Lock
He
parlay.
says it's not in his contract. His contract. He can't be. So he's got to be with me.
So what do you want to do?
I don't understand where the pride is for you. You've built this company. You got people coming at you at all angles.
I wanna
and you're
win.
just bringing in the
I
people
wanna
on
win.
no-fly lists?
I want to just win. There's money. I just want to win.
That's blood money.
No, it's not. It's money.
All right, and it's not going to win, so go ahead.
Well, you haven't won in 3 weeks.
Well, you just took in a fucking terrorist yourself. So,
You're a terrorist.
Yeah, no, he did take in a terrorist. We put you full time on Monday.
all right.
Wow.
Pouting in everyone's face. Twists and turns of this show.
I have half an hour I got to go, but I did not anticipate this. I mean, this show, God damn it, I love it, but I
It's the
mean,
best. It's
how
the
can
best.
you make this up?
You can't.
You could have the
can't.
best writers in the world. Nobody can write that guy right there.
I was
Just
actually,
a quick reminder.
I was actually like, I was actually,
the people coming at you.
I was actually,
to align with somebody who does this.
he's just showing, Rico's got his Library of Congress in his phone of everything on to do. I was actually woke up this morning and no joke, I was like, I'm gonna be nice to Rico today. I'm gonna try to be as nice as I can. I'm gonna be a
don't know
rider,
what you're
and
showing
then
me.
all he does is pull me down. All he does, he is Miko Bosco. People sometimes will comment and be like, "Does Big Cat
just
really
need a
hate
pick.
Rico?" I love
just
Rico, but
pick.
there
I
are
just need a
some
pick.
things that Rico does that are like baffling. Just a baffling
wanna
person.
align with?
He is a narcissist to the
In a
nth
time of
degree.
war?
A bad guy.
In a time of war.
Bad guy.
I disagree.
Yeah, this was all avoidable. All right, so let's talk about next week. What's the schedule?
It is what it is. It's a flat circle, right? Dave has said, Bench Mob, you have to do something to generate revenue. Live shows, we have the events.
This
That's what
show
we're trying to
generates
do.
revenue.
Okay, I agree.
show
agree.
Those at home,
But
you don't give him credit
has
for it.
asked
Show
to
generates revenue.
juggle this show based on his schedule.
Absolutely not. It's a 9 o'clock tip.
Yes.
It's a 6:30
no,
show.
Time out.
Leaving Tuesday helps out.
Time out.
Or moving
Do
up
you
Wednesday a little bit.
Well, that's the definition of juggling the schedule. So when you say absolutely not, absolutely yes, right? You asked us to juggle to move the time, correct?
A little bit.
So that's juggling the schedule, correct?
Right.
So how is that absolutely
All right.
not?
So what are we going to do next week?
You tell me. It's a flat circle.
No.
You said do stuff that if you want to get this thing going, do stuff that generates revenue.
You
it's sold. We have the show. All right.
Dave
it's a
and
9 o'clock tip.
Dave and
6:30 show.
Dave and I work for you, so you tell us.
That's not true.
Can I ask you something though? And I've asked it probably before. I think probably who has the most commitments in the office? The two people.
You two.
Okay. How many times have we asked to move this show?
Thanksgiving one year.
Oh, Thanksgiving.
Yep.
Hey, Rico, can you get in
How about
early?
the entire year that you missed the entire show.
Thanksgiving.
Dave missed the entire show that year too.
Thanksgiving. So, all right, Thanksgiving. You've been full time for how long?
3 days.
3 days.
How many times in those 3 days have you asked us to move the show?
Just the once.
How many times?
Technically, he asked last week before
3
his full
days.
time. So.
Right, yeah.
One. So, I mean, you don't see.
Let me ask a follow up. How many times in those 3 days?
I should have hurt my foot. It'd be no problem.
How many times in those 3 days?
shot at Dion, his foot's
Dion, who's
falling
on his
off.
deathbed. He might get his foot amputated.
Why didn't you
Rico's
just
taking shots at him.
how long is the college basketball season?
I don't know.
Long?
A few
6 months.
You just couldn't have picked a different day than the day we taped for this.
The only non-conference
look-
marquee games are in November. There was one. It's at 9. It's a 9 o'clock. We picked a 9 o'clock game. It's a 6:30 show. Getting to the airport would be.
He did ask for a private plane.
Yeah,
yesterday.
he did. So
absolutely
3 days
asked
he's
that.
asked for a private.
I
plane.
asked that.
You
3
guys
days.
aha'd
Is
us
that the
last
same?
night.
Is
You
that
did
the
seat.
same? Absolutely not. As you didn't ask us to juggle the schedule. Absolutely not. What'd you ask to do? Just move the schedule a little bit.
What do you want to do?
Listen, I'll move the schedule because, like I said, I'll do anything. You tell me when, I'll be there. The only thing that I actually like, I haven't seen my kids in like 4 months because of you, but I'll move the schedule.
I am willing to flip advisors in college football if everyone else agrees. I am willing to do that.
I do not agree.
Oh, well, there you go. I can't force them to do it.
Give me your best pout. Give me your best pout.
I'm trying to be positive.
Give me your best
I
pout
walk in,
and I
I
will
say hello to
reconsider.
everybody. Lock in.
Give me your best pout and I will reconsider. Give it to me.
I can't really pout on command.
Show it to me. Show me your best
The
pout.
do is going to be part of this.
Show me the pout.
Pick and parlay.
No, that's just anger. That's you aligning with terrorists, but that's whatever.
Show me the pout.
Time of war. That's
Show me a
interesting.
pout.
I used to be a fucking bazooka guy. You forget.
When's the last time you fired that bazooka?
I'll do whatever you want. You saw my text.
Show me a pout.
Private text. I haven't seen you on the front lines.
Show me a pout.
You said to edit.
Give me a pout.
This is a little different fish to fry. We're not going after that little guy from Oklahoma State, Gottlieb. We're going after real crooks, real criminals. You know where to be found.
Bazooka's loaded, Skip.
Show me you having my back somewhere publicly going after these people going after me.
Have you given the order? Do you want me just fucking shoot
you need an order now? That used to be the thing, a junkyard dog that I couldn't control.
Well, now I'm more legit.
So then, all right, so then what are you talking about?
Show me the pout.
I don't even know where to find the bazooka.
I don't know what you want me to do, bro.
Pout. All right, I'll move the show.
Thank you.
What
Rico
time are we gonna do
always
the
gets
show?
his way.
He always gets. He pouts his way.
He's-
That's all he does. He pouts his way. Pouts his way. to the
Beautiful.
pout.
That was beautiful, guys.
All right, so we'll do the show. What time next week?
What time?
What time's the private jet leave?
You tell me. It's your advisor show.
I don't have.
We're doing you
legitimately,
first.
you tell
10
me what.
o'clock.
Like,
10
this
o'clock?
tone?
10
You like
a.m.
this tone Rico's taking with you, man?
No, I just.
Is that enough time for you?
Yeah.
10 a.m. it is.
Okay. Any interviews with Ed Cooley we got to work around?
No.
Okay. Perfect. That was great. We got that solved.
We got that done.
Good job, everyone.
Thanks for
Should we
bending.
get to some picks? Should we
Yeah,
get
let's
to some
go.
cards?
Yeah,
Let's go.
I
Okay,
do
yeah.
have.
Yes, I know. Dave's got to go.
Oh, we gotta move the.
What?
Never mind.
What were you going to say?
Nothing.
No, now you have to say it.
No,
Say it.
we're moving the schedule. I'm just asking a question. It seems like we're
fucking asshole.
No, all right. That's why I stopped myself.
You got to understand, this guy, if you cross him for a second, he'll fucking shoot you in the back. Be careful, Hank. All right, tick pick. Then we'll do the cards, and we'll do the picks. Officially, I'm relegated. I apologize to the people. I've won 3 in a row, and they've all been very, very good picks. But you don't get my pick this week. 3 in a row.
Well, no, you do. You get the relegate, right?
Yeah, that's right. You get the relegated pick. All right.
You know what? I was going to say the relegated should be the oppos.
Oh.
Like you guys pick, and it's the actual other side. Flip it.
So people can parlay the flip?
You're betting because they're relegated, so it's actually your best mortal locks, but then we take the other side. So
No. Give them 2 options. Back against the wall. All
right,
picks
yeah,
or
all
the
right.
opposite.
Okay, let's go.
Okay. Reminder: I have won 3 in a row. And,
I
and
wonder.
all very easy, but whatever.
I wonder.
relegated.
There's a couple things I talked to Wes. I wonder if you could. No, you couldn't do that. I was gonna say like bet them versus each other. I don't know. Whatever. We'll go.
Okay, Tick Pick. You should go be picking Tick Pick as your go-to whenever you're looking to score NFL or college football tickets this season. Their users always save money because Tick Pick never charges any service fees. Their ticket prices are more to lock to be the best ones you'll find on any site, and they have a best price guarantee to prove it. We've helped you nail your football picks this season, and Tick Pick is here to help you get out of those great games in person as we're halfway through our football sandwich because Tick Pick, that's TICK, PICK, is the only major no-fee ticket site and the only one you need as you go to for all football this season. Let them guarantee the best prices on all their NFL and college football tickets. If you don't believe it, you can find better prices for the same seats any other ticket sale. TickPick will give you 110% of the difference in the purchase price. Go to tickpick.com/pick'em today and use the promo code pick'em to save $10 on your first order of tickets to any live event. tickpick.com/pick'em. I don't want to go backwards, but I now realize I'm so stupid. Like, Rico had been planning that reveal.
Oh my God! Of course,
weeks
absolutely not.
Of the 3,
I
he
went
knew.
looked at it.
He knew it was in his. We look at this sheet every week. We look at this sheet
when I
every
sit
week.
down. I just looked at it,
and he's been looking at it, being like, the minute I get relegated, I'm
You
gonna
can't
post
even keep a
up.
straight
Looked at
face.
it.
No, he knows.
Yeah, because you're the one. Come on! I just looked at
It's
it.
crazy that I actually think that Rico isn't like a backstabbing snake. That's what he is. Gotta remind myself. Bad guy.
Bad guy.
Bad guy.
Bad guy.
Gotta remind
Bad guy,
myself.
Rico. Bad guy.
I wouldn't do that to him, but he does it to me.
It's Seinfeld. Boo, you're a very bad man.
Very bad guy. He really is. So I got to just remember everything Rico does. Like, we do it naturally. He does it planned. So that was
Saying
planned.
he didn't have that plan.
He had that in his back pocket because I don't really look at this sheet.
You don't think his little crew? Oh, they're scrambling.
They're like,
What
hey,
crew?
Rico, if you
What
lose
crew?
a third game,
the wild ones. The
bring
guys
it up. Bring it up. If you lose this third game, make sure you bring it up. Make sure you bring Dan down with you. Good. Thank God I'm actually honorable, and I relegated myself before we even got the ruling. Bad guy. You're actually a bad guy. Bad guy. No, like truly a bad person.
Right.
Bad guy.
All right, let's do it. Michigan at Penn State. Penn State -1, over-unders 48. Huge game for Michigan. Penn State lost 2 in a row. They beat Maryland last week. They've lost 2 out of 3. They went and they lost to Illinois, then they lost to Ohio State. Michigan.
What are you smoking?
I just
He's a bad guy.
You're a bad guy, but you're a beautiful guy.
Yeah.
You can't make you in a lab.
No.
You can't. You're one in a
Call me a
gazillion.
bad guy?
No,
Oh,
you
you're
are a bad guy.
But you're a 1 in a billion. You're my bad
Rico,
guy.
let's be honest. I love you. Again, I truly love you, but like the things that you show time and time again as a person makes you a bad guy.
And valuable.
Like, you throw people under the bus.
They'll never
You
be.
try to-
They broke the mold with you. I'm
Yeah.
sorry to get sidetracked. I got an interview in 22 minutes.
Okay. Michigan, Penn State. Dave, how you feeling?
We control our own destiny. Yeah, I said we. We control our own destiny. Now, we actually don't, but we do. Meaning if Michigan State wins out, they still are ahead of us, but there's no chance Michigan State's winning out. They got Ohio State, Penn State. They got a tough schedule. I think they even have another game that could be tough. So I believe we control. We win out, national championship.
If you win out, you're going to be in the playoff. I truly believe that.
Well, if Michigan State wins out, we won't go to the Big Ten championship.
Oh, we figured that out last week, didn't
They
we?
got to lose twice, but that was a big loss.
But
they
I'm
still
saying-
have Ohio State. They still have Penn State.
I think
what does it come down to again?
I think a one-loss Michigan,
Even if they don't, because they beat Ohio
Out
State.
of conference schedule?
it would be similar to...
Yeah, but I don't know because that means Michigan State also beat Ohio State, so that means Ohio
No.
State now, yes, they haven't played yet.
Right. But I'm saying Michigan, if they end the season with one loss,
You're right.
I think they'll be in the college football playoff, even if Ohio State goes to the Big Ten championship.
But
Well, that
both
can't
of those
be,
can't
because then
happen.
we'd have two
Michigan
losses.
has to beat Ohio State to go to only end with
Yeah,
one
it
loss.
can't.
No,
right.
yeah,
Well,
it can.
that's-
Yeah,
no, that
Michigan
scenario
has to
can't
beat
happen.
Ohio State to end
Because
with one
Michigan
loss.
State has one loss.
Right.
So if Michigan State beats
Loses to Penn State,
yeah,
and then Ohio State beats Michigan State, and then Michigan beats Ohio State, which actually I
then
like.
we go.
No.
Yes.
Ohio State, no.
Yeah, Michigan State has 2 losses. We beat Ohio head
Oh,
to head.
yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was this?
In order for Michigan to end with one loss, they have to beat Ohio State and win out. They already have one loss.
I know they have one loss.
Yeah.
Rico. I know they have one.
Well, you're saying
you were-
somehow we beat Ohio State and Ohio State doesn't go.
And Ohio State goes to the Big Ten championship.
Yeah, but That I don't. I guess
That's
Michigan
only if
State,
Michigan loses
Michigan
this
State
week,
could
which-
lose to. I guess. No, I don't think it can happen.
Yeah, probably can't.
Michigan State will lose again. I'd bet my life on that.
yes.
So I do
I
think
agree
we
with
control our own destiny, and I think we win this game. I think we should have beaten Michigan State, left the gas off the pedal, and I think this is a big game for Michigan. They
Huge
get
game.
right back in the mix here. So I mean, we were ranked behind Michigan State for 1 week. Little brother. That's why people want to say, why is it big brother, little brother? Because they beat us head to head, and we're ahead of them because we're Michigan and they're not.
Well, Michigan was the only team that looked good last week.
Yep.
They're the only team that covered with
Granted,
ease.
we played trash.
Yeah, but that's still. I
Yeah.
mean, so did
So-
Nebraska. Hasn't
Yeah.
played well. Ohio State struggled. Cincinnati played Tulsa. They struggled.
Should have lost.
I think Michigan, they haven't had many losses in recent years where you came out with any degree of like, we should have beat that team. That's how he came out of Michigan State. It's like, we should have fucking won that game. I think they play well and beat Penn State in Happy Valley.
Rico.
It's going to be tough. I think it's a close game. You know, I'll never pick State Penn, but I do think it's State Penn off a couple of, obviously the win to Maryland, a couple of losses. They're kind of desperate. I think it's Michigan. I think it's Michigan close, but it's going to be ugly, and it's going to be right down to the end.
Okay. Well, since Rico has stolen all the reveal of the mortal locks at the end, so I just might as well give it right now. Michigan's my mortal lock for this week.
Nice.
I think they're going to win. I think Penn
Good
State
versus evil.
against good rushing teams, Auburn, Ohio State,
I'm
Illinois.
confused. I thought you said your game was Thursday night. You could.
That's my game of the year.
But you got to maximize tickets.
Gotcha.
No, that's
But-
my game of the year.
Got it, all right.
But I have to pick a mortal
Yeah,
lock
yeah,
for
yeah.
Saturday.
Got it.
Yeah, but my
Okay.
game of the year is
Got it.
Thursday night.
Got it. Love it.
But this is my mortal lock for the
Got it.
weekend, which
Pittsburgh.
doesn't matter because
Pittsburgh.
Rico completely.
Pittsburgh?
Yes,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
Rico
yeah.
completely undermined
Yeah.
my mortal lock.
Got it.
I think, if you look at Penn State, their defense is very good. They do struggle, though, when they play really good rushing teams. Michigan's a really good rushing team. They struggled. Ohio State rushing, although they bottled them up for a half. Auburn was able to run a little bit. Illinois was able to run 350 yards, whatever the fuck that was. I think Michigan wins this game, mortal lock, which doesn't really matter for the people. I apologize to the people. I've won 3 mortal locks in a row. Really good picks by me, but you don't get the mortal lock parlay this week from me. So
Big
apologize to the people.
big advantage for Michigan having this be a noon kickoff.
Yep, huge. All right, next game, Georgia, Tennessee. Tennessee plus 20, over-unders 56. Rico, I'll start with you.
I don't love it, but I'm going to take Tennessee plus 20. I like the way they're trending. Going against Georgia's dumb. I think there's a little bit of juice with Tennessee here. I'm going to take Tennessee plus the 20.
Yeah, 20 is a ton, and Tennessee is playing good. They surprised me that they beat Kentucky. Nobody could stop anybody. Wild ending to the game. I thought Kentucky really, the last drive was bad play calling. It's like they were trying to almost take the clock down because they didn't want to give Tennessee the ball back.
It was a crazy game. Tennessee, it basically was Tennessee would get the ball, they'd score in 45 seconds. Kentucky would get the ball, they'd score in 8 minutes.
Yeah.
And then it was just back and forth like that.
Almost a call that would rival basically the Monday night. Was it? No, the Sunday. No, the Monday night. The penalty when they said the Correnti hip checked the guy. Did you guys see the call? Were you watching the Kentucky Tennessee
was
game?
not.
I
So
hadn't.
it was Kentucky got the ball back with about 3 minutes to go, maybe down 3 points. I believe they were down 3
Yeah,
points.
they lost by 3.
They're driving down the field, and it's 3rd and 3 or 3rd and 4, and the quarterback gets sacked trying to escape the pocket. Vicious face mask, like turns the head. Refs miss it. Stoops, he's Kentucky coach, right? Gets a 15-yarder for arguing that they missed the call.
Oh, wow.
To miss a call like that, so that put him way behind
crazy.
the chains.
That's crazy.
It's 4th and 20. They complete it and get the first down. So it took that penalty out, but then they just melted down. Long story short, I like Tennessee. They're playing good. Georgia's the best team in the country by a mile, but Tennessee will be ready for this game.
I'm sick of betting against Georgia, so I'm not going to bet against Georgia, but I'm going to take the over 56. I do think Tennessee poses the most dynamic offense that Georgia's played. Florida's offense, you could say, I mean, I don't know what's happened in Florida, but they can't stretch the field as much. I'm going to take the over.
Quarterback's going to stay healthy for Tennessee. He's the whole team.
Hendon Hooker, because Joe Milton comes in, he'll just run straight out of
Yeah,
bounds.
he's the worst.
Literally just go straight out of bounds. All right, next up, Ohio State, Purdue. Purdue at Ohio State. Purdue just the giant killer this year. Ohio State minus 20, over under 61.5. I'll start. I think everyone in the world is going to jump on Purdue here. I'm going to take Ohio State. Ohio State looked terrible last week against Nebraska. Purdue beats another top 10 team. With Michigan State at home, they rush the field
with ease.
Everyone says, "Oh, this is exactly." You're basically buying stocks right now. Purdue couldn't be higher. Ohio State couldn't be lower. If Ohio State crushed Nebraska and Purdue lost that game last week, this would be like a 28-point line. So I'm going to take Ohio State minus 20.
Same. Everything you said, I agree with. I also like the over 62. I think there's going to be a lot of points. And I think Nebraska is they have run into, I don't know, bad luck. They're playing much better. Like, they're not nearly as bad. So that struggle didn't surprise me. In fact, just put it in tickler file. Whatever futures or they redid Scott Frost, I think next year is, and they probably wanted this a long time ago, I think next year is a breakout year for Nebraska.
I disagree.
We'll see. Will Compton will like hearing that. But
yeah, I mean, but the thing that I don't understand, so I actually am fine with Scott Frost staying because, like, what are you going to do? They immediately fired 4 coaches.
Yeah.
What coach is going to go to Nebraska knowing that if Scott Frost loses again, you're gone? So it's going to be tough to fill that.
Who sells
cover.
out their friends like that?
You.
That was the irony, Dan.
But I just want
the
to.
attention.
But I just
Hank,
want to remind everyone
you
it
got
was
two guys
you.
right now. There's
you. It was you.
DEFCON like 11.
Hank's not, I'm not Hank's guy.
What are you talking about? I'm the Mad Cat.
You.
I haven't been right. I still think Ohio State is the second best team in the country. I haven't been right picking their sides. I think they're going to blow people out like they were supposed to last week. Didn't do it. With that said, I've been on Purdue's offense. Picked them outright twice this year. They can definitely throw the ball. I think the over's a little low here. You had 62. I saw 61.5. Either way, I'm going to take no side. I'm going to take the over.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you saw Purdue. After they beat Iowa, that's when they played Wisconsin. Wisconsin went to Purdue and kicked the shit out of them.
Right.
I think you'll get that same letdown. It's just so hard as college kids to win a big game and then come back the next week if you're not like a premier program. All right, last up before we get to our cards. Reminder, I've already done my Mortal Lock because I got relegated retroactively by Rico, who'd been planning that for 4 weeks. 3? What do you think, 4 weeks?
He's had that in his pocket for a while.
4 weeks. Texas A&M at Ole Miss. Well, he has.
So,
he's had it in his pocket. The guy who has everything planned, Hank, and has people like,
You're in the Capos chat, though.
this?
I didn't see that.
Can you go,
No.
You think that that's still the Capos chat? You think that you and I are still in the real Capos chat? There's another chat that we're not in. That's where name that tune gets played. That's a fact. Confirm or deny. There's no other chat. No chat.
Oh, my God.
If I looked at your phone, no chat.
That's it. Not even active in that one.
You definitely have groups that we aren't aware of. You probably had 19 phones.
Yeah, I mean, you have burners and everything.
That's it. Yeah, burn is to do clip it.
Like, if I made
Shout out Joey Yanks.
If I made my way all through this mess I'm in, just pulling curtains and strings, the final curtain, I could see it spin around and it's Bosco sitting in there. Just
That's hurtful.
well,
That's all we got, Dan.
what's the last game?
Texas A&M.
I wouldn't rush.
Ole
but I
Miss.
got,
No, we'll get to it. Ole Miss plus 2.5.
we got
Over
time.
under is 55.
Rushing the show.
Dave.
I like Old Miss. yeah. I got.
All right. But luckily, we're flexible. We'll move it around. Skip, no problem. Make that interview.
Well, yeah.
No problem, buddy. You make it. I'm bendable. I'm here all the time now. I got nothing to do.
Yours with this Cooley. I'm getting accused of sex crimes.
I'm still in your hole.
Didn't sound it.
No problem.
I like Old Miss.
I like A&M.
Something else. I love him. He's just like
Listen,
guy is something else.
I like A&M.
the shadowy figure. These anonymous quotes. I don't know.
Jesus. Any thoughts on why you like A&M?
Yeah, I think I'm back to fading Bo Nix. I'm gonna go with A&M.
Okay.
I rode him for a
Ole
little
Miss,
while.
we were
I'm
lucky.
sorry.
No, Bo Nix
that was
is not
last
playing
week.
in this game.
I know. I
thought he was
It's college basketball
relation.
season.
Yeah.
No. I was on
freaking
Bo
out that we
Nix
didn't have
last week. I
football
got
on.
made a fool.
Texas A&M, Ole
Texas
Miss.
A&M. I'm
fading
chasing
Bo
the
Nix.
tail. I'm chasing the tail. Corral's a little banged up. I apologize. I'm taking Texas A&M.
Ole Miss didn't look great last week. I was lucky to cover that. Was supposed to be my mortal lock. I did have a lot. It was 24-0 at half. They held on for the cover with a terrible interception that they were recipient of at the end of the game. But that, I know it's Hugh Freeze back. This is a big game at Ole Miss. I think they're ready for this game. Corral's doing the banged up, but not limping in between plays and full speed during.
Game day is there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I'm taking the over in this game. I think Texas A&M's rushing attack is electric. I do think that
Game day's there. Why would
yeah,
game day go to fucking Jailer? Jailer, Oklahoma is a top tier game.
Oh yeah, I forgot to bring up that game.
It's fine.
About
Shit. Okay. All right. So I'm taking Texas A&M and the over in this game. Last one, Oklahoma Baylor. Then we'll do our cards.
I think Oklahoma wins, but Baylor. I pinpointed this game. It's gonna be very close. I think Oklahoma can win. Baylor coming off that tough loss. Baylor will be within the number.
so the translation
5.5.
pick Baylor.
Baylor.
Yeah, I like Baylor as well. I think it's a coin flip. Baylor lost last week. Shout out Kelly in Vegas, all over that sandwich spot. Looking ahead, this is still the game for them. I'm going to take Baylor. Baylor, one of my all-time, by the way. These two teams will, for the rest of my life, I will remember. What did I had? I think Baylor 8-1, 10-1 versus Oklahoma. No one said they could beat them, and they were up 20, 25,
Baker is
and
the
they
name of the
blew it
quarterback,
at the end.
Charlie Baker.
Yeah, killer. But I'm going to take Baylor here.
All right, I'm taking Baylor as well. Let's do our cards. Rico.
Can I go?
Yeah, go ahead.
And then I'll have to get the card loaded
Brewer.
after.
Charlie Brewer. Went to Utah, left Utah.
So Baylor plus 5.5. I just gave that out. Michigan, pick 'em.
That's my mortal lock, but I'm not part of the mortal lock part.
I called this one.
Me.
Some people gave me congratulatory. I said Arizona is not. They've turned the corner a little bit. They hadn't won, I think, a game in like 2 years.
Yeah, they finally won.
They won last week. I was on it. They're playing hard for the new coach. Utah scored 50 last week, killed Stanford. I actually like Stanford, so I was totally wrong. But people are going to see that eye-popping number from Utah, be like, oh, they're going to beat Arizona. They're going to kill them. They'll probably beat them. 24 at home, Arizona. They're going to play hard, Arizona, the rest of the way. Keep this game relatively close. I like Arizona plus 24. Gave out Ohio minus 20.5, the over 62. Gave out already Tennessee plus 20. That was on my card, over 56. Provided the quarterback stays healthy, there's nothing wrong, but he's going to have to be able to take hits. I gave Old Miss already at home against A&M plus. I like Virginia plus 5.5 at home against Notre Dame. I don't think Notre Dame's good.
Quarterback's questionable.
The Virginia quarterback,
He's very good.
With them. They scored 100 against BYU. I just think the thing about Notre Dame not being good is people still get up for them even if they're not good because Notre Dame. So Virginia will be ready like this is a big game. I like the over 64.5. That's my full card. Now, because I do have to leave, I'm going to give my mortal lock, and here is this week's mortal lock. We have myself. I'm actually going with Tennessee plus 20, which is to bet against Georgia, but I think they keep it close. I have Kelly in Vegas, Minnesota plus 5.5. against Iowa, and Nadutadu plus 3.5.
Oh, you already got it.
Yeah, I texted him when this all went down.
Of course he answered. What the fuck else is he?
What an asshole for answering. What a jerk. Kelly in Vegas also answered, by the way.
Yeah, but I mean,
I asked, what's your best pick Saturday? He answered. That doesn't make you a jerk. Syracuse plus, I mean, it just doesn't.
It doesn't.
Syracuse plus 3.5 against Louisville. So there you go.
What do you think about this? Do you like this gift that I just tweeted, Dave? Rico to me on tomorrow's podcast. That's pretty good, right? That's pretty good.
let me see.
It's perfect.
No.
You don't show
know what you
it.
see.
All right.
It's a little stick figure, walks up to another stick figure, he says, here, hold this, and he just puts a knife right in his heart.
And what I liked about it wasn't the back.
Right, exactly. He did it right to my face.
Right,
yep.
looking you in the
eyes.
eyes.
He's been holding that for weeks and weeks and weeks, and then did a whoops.
By the way, I don't hate it. It's
He's just who he is. Right. He's the do the honorable thing is not correct.
Check it
and
out.
I relegated myself before the decision was made. I want it on the record. I relegated myself.
All right.
Because I'm actually honorable, unlike you. Seriously though, now that he's gone. How long did you have that?
I just looked at the sheet.
You were all onto it. That's okay. What do you
How long did you have the secret stream last night? How long did he have
a
it?
secret stream.
Did he have it?
He told me I wish he was still here because he said to me yesterday, "You don't have to come," and I said, "I'll be there."
I've learned what those words mean, though.
What
Krzyzewski's last game in the Garden.
What do you think?
Dad calls me crying. He's so proud. You credential. Can't go.
Can't go.
Gotta go to the stream.
Can't go. Full time now. I mean, listen. You don't have to tell me, dude. I'm every night I'm working till 2 a.m.
I got you.
But Rico can't go to one game. What are your real thoughts on Dave now that he's gone?
What?
What are your real thoughts on Dave now that he's gone?
He's a good boss.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You like him?
Yeah.
Like a lot?
Yeah.
Okay.
Think he's honest?
Yeah.
Why didn't you tweet that?
What?
Why didn't you tweet that he's honest? Huh? So,
You shouldn't do that. I mean, all right, whatever. He even said himself it looked orchestrated. I saw what was going on.
But you didn't.
What?
You don't think he's honest?
What?
You don't think he's honest?
I tweeted what I thought meant more.
What was that?
The truth shall set you free.
100.
That?
Luke 5:36. Think.
Luca Bratz?
Nah. Luke, one of the Bibles.
Oh, you want to do your card?
Yeah, Rutgers +7. Two bad offenses. I'll roll the dice with Rutgers and take the points here. Kansas State -6.5. I love what they're doing at home. I think Deuce Vaughn is going to be a Heisman candidate next year. West Virginia's fallen off a little bit. Great D. That'll be the difference. Give me Kansas State. USC -1.5. Cal's got these medical problems. Chase Garbers. What do you got?
The game's canceled.
Really?
Yeah.
USC?
Yeah.
All right, well, that's okay. In fairness, that's why I liked it. Cal was a fucking disaster medically, and that's probably why it got canceled, right?
Yep.
All right, that's a shame because I like that a lot. Louisiana -7. Troy's not good. Two great defenses. ULL scores when they need to. Tennessee +20. Louisiana Monroe -3. They just cover. This one's ugly, but they just cover. That'll probably be the lock. LSU +2.5.
Doesn't matter.
I still don't buy Arkansas. Coach O's got one more in him. LSU +2.5. Notre Dame, Virginia over 64.5 if Brennan Armstrong plays. 71 combined points, 938 yards on offense. These teams will score. NC State +2.5. I love Devin Leary, and I think Wake now comes back down to earth. They can finish the year 9-3. They'll get 2 losses in a row. I like NC State. Small card.
All right. I got Wisconsin -24. I got Northwestern's not going to score. Arkansas -2. Georgia State +10.5 against Coastal. Grayson McCall is out again, I believe. But I think Georgia State is like their game to cover that without him, even if he were playing.
I don't think he played last week and they rolled.
I think he's out for the season.
Yeah, he's debatably out indefinitely.
Yeah.
They rolled Georgia Southern last
South
week, though.
Alabama +22.5 versus App State. Auburn -5.5. FAU -6.5. Tulane +3 versus Tulsa. Michigan is my mortal lock, but it doesn't matter because I don't have a mortal lock this week. And then I'm not. You know what? I'm not going to do my game of the year. I'm not in the mood. So I have a game of the year, but who cares? I'm relegated.
You cut off your nose to spite your face? Give the game of the year. I'll give the game of the year then.
You don't know what my game of the year is.
I do. You told me. Also add Louisville to my card. Whatever.
Also add Louisville.
-3.5.
Also add Louisville to my card. Yeah, see? For once, I would like you to do the friendship that I show to you.
I do it all the time.
No, you don't. When was the last time you did something friendship for me?
The other day, I called you.
What?
How you doing? You all right? There's a lot going on. Called you at 5:07. No
Busy.
answer.
Busy.
Yeah, fair enough. But it doesn't mean phones. You only accept incoming.
Yeah.
Okay. Have to get you a new phone.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a Christmas present.
All right. Pitt -6 is my lock of the year, game of the year.
Tell the people why. Carolina off a big win. Come on, get in. Come on, Dan.
No, I've just been beaten up. You beat me up, man.
All right, bro.
You beat me up, and now you want me to dance like a monkey.
You set me up last night. We beat each other
I didn't
up.
set up.
Iron sharpens iron.
Dave told me last second. You can look through my text messages.
All right.
Supposed to be home last night. Didn't make it.
Iron sharpens iron. Pitt. -6.5. That's your lock. All right, my lock's Fresno State.
My game of the year is not going to win now.
Fresno State -24.5.
Game of the year.
Terry Wilson's out.
UNC's
goes bad.
first time they've played
Fresno
on grass.
crushes.
UNC,
Shout out Pat Hill. Got to go back to the guys. Dance with the guy who brung you.
UNC first time they played on grass since week 1.
Where they
Field,
lost
Monday
week
Night
1.
Football.
Yep. Speed up.
Speed up.
Katie, what's your lock?
Big win. Coming off a big win.
It sucks balls, Hank. It just keeps moving. I don't do anything.
Hank, don't talk to Rico like that. He's our boss. All right.
What's your lock, Katie?
It won't move,
Why
dude.
don't you ask
stationary
please?
microphone.
Say please. Say please.
Please, Katie. Sorry. Where's your lock?
I'm 6-5 and on a heater of missing one, hitting one, and I won last week, so take it at your own risk. But Oklahoma -5.
Okay. Bubba, you're part of the Mortal Lock Parlay this week. It's me, Rico, and Bubba.
UMass.
And again, if you want to take my pick, I've won 3 in a row. Unfortunately, I'm relegated, but I have won 3 in a row.
I believe I'm 5-6. I need to double check, and I'm going to take Ole Miss.
Okay.
Love Lane.
Ole Miss, Lane, +2.5 at home.
As the number 1 Mad Catter in the
No,
world,
you're not.
I'm going to take
You're not.
Michigan.
You've never had my back.
I'm having your back right now. Michigan.
Aria.
I'm 4 and 5. I'm going with OK State.
Okay.
Or Oklahoma State.
I'm 6 and 5 last week. Houston was brutal. Only happens to me.
Hey, you're doing this thing. You got half a foot in, half a foot out.
No, he's got a full foot out on me.
What are you talking about?
Dylan. Baylor.
We get
Dylan's
the
got
show
Baylor.
moved. It's like don't ask. It's like when my dad used to send me to the doctor and it hurt. Don't ask the doctor if you can play because if he doesn't say anything, you just go play sports. You're fucking asking the doctor right after we get the show moved.
I was chirping. You did the chirp you did to him. I did to him too. When I was like, "Oh, we're moving the timer."
I've been hurt enough on this show.
That's the
by
show.
Everyone else.
See you next week.
Download the Play Barstool app.